Okay, okay. You've been in. Then what you're going to do is you're going to have to cover deep because AJ's going over top many, many times. AJ. JJ. I don't know. JJ. JJ Nelson. I don't know. JJ. JJ Nelson. I don't know. JJ. Alright. You're making it. Every. Everybody knows that you're. Who's the next guy? Oh yeah, that scares me so much. Ooh. I'm not really scared by that at all. No, you should. That should already be done. Doing what? It's not my fault you take forever. I don't want to thank you. I'm so glad Deshaun Watson's out. I doubt that. They probably will, so. Stan Lee died. spooky outside. Oh.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So second and inches after that first down completion.
Before you better lock your door. 5, 6.
The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard and it brings up third.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side, caught by the tight end in Njoku. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Dumping it off for Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns' field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these
that's a bad kick.
It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone to find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go now.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb.
All right.
5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he didn't possess the eye
All right.
discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. They can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he fires one, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
I missed it. Maybe not.
And the kick by Gonzalez is
Oh.
good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to it.
And now out comes Houston. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now McCarron throwing on second. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And the hit jarred loose.
Thought you had that.
Incomplete.
But I loved
I
about
thought you
meeting
had
with these
that.
coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now McCarron. He'll buy some time right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to outrun
Loss of a full 3
him.
yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Darnold now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles
Good pick.
It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Fights loose. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So the fumble recovery, and now McCarron. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
McCarron to throw on second down. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Michael Kendricks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And on a nickel formation here defensively. McCarron now to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They're going for it. It's McCarron. And he finds
Good
his
catch.
man Griffin. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
McCarron. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. To throw is McCarron. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 13-7. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
29.
on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chip it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Lets it go for Nelson, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pump up the pace. Maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. Right away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
McCarron again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun here. McCarron being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15.
I was trying to. He wouldn't let me.
Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best.
Yeah, no blockers out there.
Right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to do to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Probably will.
Darnold from the gun. Lets it go for Nelson. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. Darnold from the red zone now. He goes underneath the Drake. No gain, and it's second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
You do.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns lead. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 20.
Well, it just happened to be there, and I was going for the head. Only bad part, me winning this game lowers my draft pick. Fuck.
The 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half.
And he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run with Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Here's Darnold. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. J.J. Nelson, touchdown grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one.
You can challenge if you want to. I'm not.
Gonzalez now to have the extra point.
Okay, I'll just have to challenge it, but.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes the Texans now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he fends him off. Forced out to his left. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 4 down, 4 down.
Now a play fake. McCarron. And they're going to get this beyond
Good catch.
the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's McCarron. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Face mask.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
McCarron now on 1st down. Going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They run it again with Chubb. And spins away. And now, oh my, he'll take this out of on the side of the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally he has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
Hello.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This will be taken at the 10. And now out comes Houston. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Really? Yeah, good punt.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On first down, it's Darnold. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way.
Thank you for playing back like that.
And caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Darnold lets it go for Nelson.
Good boy.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the INT, it's McCarron. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next
What does stop mean?
And make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's McCarron. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
A give. This is Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Andre Howell the one to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Green 39.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
I missed it. No, I didn't.
Kick
Okay.
by Gonzalez, he is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And the turnover last time of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On first down, McCarron. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Shotgun snap from McCarron. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Protections on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's McCarron. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Gun.
McCarron to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Detroit.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Detroit.
Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And McCarron will try again on second. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Michael Kendricks in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now McCarron. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Now McCarron, he's got to have this one. Looking deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. And the Browns getting set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards up. Good pickup on 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And again, it's Chubb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90!
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Set!
Now Chubb. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is McCarron. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long. And they'll go play action with McCarron. Now in desperation. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston.
As you noticed, I was hoping you would score. That's why I kept blitzing a big play.
Touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now here's McCarron as his guys will try to tack on the 2-point conversion. McCarron with one final try. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. Partner, pretty solid, convincing.
Yeah, good game. I'm gonna get some supper.
Some excitement down to the very end, though.
Oh yeah.
This game ended on a rare onside.
I'm gonna get supper. I'll be back. I'm gonna get some supper.
But going ahead and recovering, finishing things off, being part of that good hands team, it's an honor, but you want to make sure you do it.
Glad that it gave us a little something there at the end because this one was over beforehand.
You're right. You're exactly right. Down the stretch, last one. Yeah, that gave us a little something to bounce out of here on.
So for the Browns, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. I'm Brandon Gunn. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.